Welcome to Secret Love. Let's learn more about these three powerful treasures. The factors that not only make men fall in love but also make them naturally want to stay with you for life. First, let's explore the importance of maintaining independence and confidence in a relationship. It's not always unconditional devotion that's the key, but how you maintain your self-worth and independence. This way, you're not only the woman he loves, but also the one he admires and respects. 1. That's the woman treating both sides of the family equally. It's true that married women must wholeheartedly care for their husband, children, and family on the husband's side. But that doesn't mean forgetting their biological parents. Parents are the ones who gave birth to us and gave us life. Even when the daughter has married and left her parents' arms, they still always watch over her and are ready to welcome her back whenever she encounters difficulties or obstacles. So there is no reason why after getting married, you are allowed to forget your responsibilities to your maternal family. A smart woman is one who, after getting married, always balances between both sides of the family. She shows her husband that she is wholeheartedly taking care of her husband's family. But she also does not neglect her maternal family's work. The way you take care of your husband's parents, you will also take care of your own parents. If you do that, your husband will look at you and learn from you. On the contrary, when you yourself take your maternal family lightly, how can you expect your husband to respect and care for your wife's parents? No man does not like his wife to be skillful in dealing with people, flexible and fair in both internal and external relations. Because men always want to be respected for their wives. If you make him proud in front of both sets of parents, of course. To him, you are the precious gem that he must cherish and protect for the rest of his life. At that time, your husband will never think about another woman. A wise woman always knows how to balance her responsibilities to her husband's family and her own family, creating harmony in the family. That fair and delicate treatment not only helps to nurture the relationship between the two sides but also makes the husband appreciate and love his wife more. That is the way to maintain lasting happiness and become a woman that everyone respects and admires. 2. That is an economically independent woman. There is a saying, self-sufficiency is happiness. No matter how much a husband loves and protects, a woman needs to learn to stand on her own 2 feet. Especially in terms of economics and finance. You should not depend on your husband. When men are in love, they often whisper in their woman's ear, "You just love me. I'll take care of everything else." Actually, that's not a man's sweet talk. In reality, men always hope to be able to protect and shelter their women. However, life is unpredictable, and men's promises can also disappear over time. Or if unfortunately his job is not going as expected. If his wife can help share the financial burden of the family with her husband, they will feel much lighter. Otherwise, you will suddenly become a burden to your husband. At that time, it is very possible that the relationship between husband and wife will be broken because of money we can see. In addition, when women are financially independent, they will also be more proactive in their lives. When faced with a choice related to finances, women can boldly make decisions without depending too much on their husbands. Remember the saying, strong because of rice, bold because of money, is never wrong. That will make him implicitly understand that without him, you are still fine. From there, he has to worry more about holding on to you. Financially independent women not only help the family to be strong but also build independence and initiative in life. When you do not depend on your husband, you not only reduce the burden on him but also affirm your own value. This makes the feelings between the two of you stronger and the relationship more balanced, helping both of you to develop and maintain long-term happiness. If you have followed this far, please leave a comment, "I want happiness." That is, you will give us more motivation to make more meaningful videos. If you haven't liked the video, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel to support us. We will give you a heart. Thank you very much. 3. Women know how to act spoiled when needed. A smart wife must know when to be gentle and firm to make her husband both respect and love her. Men often like their wives to be strong and decisive, but you shouldn't be too dry and rigid in front of your husband. After all, the true nature of men is to love sweets and love gentleness. Every time your husband is tired, women should transform into soft sweet candies to caress. Act spoiled and whisper loving words into his ear. That will make all his worries disappear. Just like that, to him, you will gradually become a treasure to help him relieve his anxiety and pressure in life. With a wife like that, which husband wouldn't love and keep her? These treasures will not only help you keep the heart of the man you love, but also build a relationship full of connection and strength. When a woman knows how to create trust, nurture feelings and become a solid spiritual support, the man will not only love her but also vow to stick with her for life. Family happiness does not come naturally. It requires ingenuity, understanding and effort from both sides, especially the woman's delicacy. Apply these treasures to turn your love into a long, meaningful and fulfilling journey. Lily and Jack got married on an early autumn day, when the gentle breeze blew the fallen yellow leaves, signaling a new life full of hope. Their married life passed quite peacefully, with afternoons baking cakes together in the kitchen, and late nights, when both of them sat on the sofa, sipping tea and watching classic movies again. But who would have thought that life is not always like a dream? Everything began to change when Jack suffered a career shock. Jack, a young man who used to be proud of his job as a construction engineer, suddenly lost his job after a big project was cancelled. The company downsized, and he was no exception. From a man who was always confident and able to take care of his family, Jack became quiet and taciturn. Lily, at first, thought it was just a temporary difficult period. But as time passed, the pressure on Jack's shoulders grew heavier and heavier. Their savings gradually depleted, and the bills began to pile up. One night, when Lily brought out a simple but loving meal, Jack sighed, his eyes filled with worry. "Lily, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm no longer the man you need." Lily looked at him, smiling gently but strongly. "Honey, the family belongs to both of us. I will be by your side, helping you overcome everything." So Lily began to find ways to share the burden with Jack. She was not only a good wife, but also a wife who knew how to understand and act. Lily signed up for a new skills course and started working as a remote freelancer. During the day, she took care of the house. And at night, when Jack fell asleep, she sat at the computer, working diligently. Every time she received a sum of money from a project, Lily did not rush to show off, but quietly deposited it into the joint account, as a way to support Jack without making him feel insecure. One day, Jack accidentally discovered that the amount of money in the family account had increased surprisingly. He was bewildered, not understanding what was happening. Lily just chuckled and said, "I do what I can. We are a family, right?" Jack looked at Lily, his eyes shining with gratitude. He hugged her, knowing that he had found not just a wife, but a true soulmate. However, their story did not end there. When Jack found a new job and it seemed like life would return to normal, another challenge came. Lily's parents, who had treated Jack as their own son, began to age. Lily's father needed urgent heart surgery. Lily decided to bring her parents to live with her to take care of them. But Jack, despite loving Lily very much, could not help but hesitate. However, seeing Lily's worried eyes, he nodded in agreement. Together, "Honey, we are family." From then on, their small house was no longer filled with the laughter of Lily and Jack, but also the chatter of Lily's parents. Jack, a guy who was not very good at expressing his emotions, learned how to care for and look after the elderly. Lily, seeing her husband change every day, could not help but be moved. But it was also during these busy days that Lily realized that, although she always tried to be strong, sometimes she needed to be weak. One day, after a long stressful day at work and at home, Lily sat there, her tears streaming uncontrollably. When Jack came home and saw that, he couldn't help but panic. "Lily, what's wrong? Is something wrong?" Lily choked up and replied, "I just feel like I can't handle everything." Jack pulled Lily into his arms and said gently, "You don't have to push yourself like that. I'm here." From that day on, Lily learned to lean on Jack, to let him help and share the burden. And Jack, he no longer thought that his wife had to be perfect, but that he would always be there for her whenever she needed a shoulder to lean on. Many years later, when life was more stable, Jack smiled at Lily and said, "Thank you for always being yourself. For being by my side. Even though you were always a copy of the heroes in romantic movies, you still chose to stay with me." Lily laughed and replied, "And you are the reason I know that nothing is impossible. As long as we always have each other." The key to maintaining a love is not the big things, but the simple, yet extremely important factors that smart women always have in hand. Peace, trust and inner attraction are the solid foundation that helps you not only conquer a man's heart but also keep him by your side for the rest of your life. Remember, lasting love does not only come from loving but also from understanding and nurturing these subtle values. Women, even if you are poor, do not hesitate to empty your wallet, to invest in these 3 things because they are the love charm that makes your husband cherish and respect you for life. Smart women always understand that marital happiness comes not only from wholehearted sacrifice but also from properly investing in yourself. Don't be afraid to spend your money on worthy things, because that's not only how you love yourself but also how you keep the flame of love in your man's eyes. There are things that the more women invest in, the more their husbands feel that you are precious and never want to lose. Let's explore these secrets to become a woman that your husband will cherish and love for life. 1. Women invest in taking care of their appearance. As a woman, of course, the need for beauty must be a top priority. Many women, after getting married, immediately stop paying attention to their appearance. This not only harms you but also makes your husband bored with his wife. Because men love beauty, there is no husband who does not like to see his wife in a gorgeous, sexy outfit. Many people even share that when they see their beautiful, attractive wife, they feel like they are infected with her. So women should not be too busy taking care of their home and forget about themselves. With husband and children, they invest without hesitation, but with themselves, they tighten their belts and do not dare to buy a new outfit or a bottle of perfume they love. Women, remember, never forget yourself. Do not be stingy with money to maintain your beauty and pamper yourself. The more women know how to cherish themselves, the more valuable they are in the eyes of others. 2. That is filial piety. In any situation, women must always keep in mind one thing. In this world, no one loves us more than our parents, the people who have raised us with great pain. Therefore, the duty of a child is to be filial, to know how to love and take care of the one who gave birth to us. You are never allowed to be stingy with your parents, especially when they are sick and need your attention and investment in time, love and material things. Moreover, although men always put on a stiff and rigid appearance on the outside, inside they live with great affection. If he sees that his wife knows how to care for and be filial to both sets of parents on her behalf, he will be extremely impressed and appreciate you more than anyone else. He understands that he has married a virtuous wife who knows how to behave in the past and the future. What husband wouldn't take care of such a perfect life partner? Filial piety is a sacred and indispensable duty in every child's life. When women know how to care for and love their parents, especially when they are sick. They will show deep filial piety. This not only helps strengthen family ties but also builds trust and respect from the husband. A wife who knows how to show filial piety will always receive complete love and respect in marriage. 3. Invest in cultivating life experience for yourself. Along with investing in beauty, women should not forget to invest in accumulating life experience for themselves. You may have a degree, a stable job that does not depend on your husband's finances, but that does not allow you to be subjective with the idea that that's enough. Remember, if women want to be more attractive in the eyes of the other person, they must constantly learn and enrich their life experience. Because if you only have a good-looking appearance but an empty head, in the end, you are just a noisy barrel. Men may have a quick impression of you in the first few minutes of meeting you. But if you tell him to stick with a woman who is ignorant and shakes his head at every question, he will definitely refuse outright. Because married life is full of storms and challenges. Men always need a partner who has enough knowledge and understanding to help them solve those difficulties. In addition, when women know how to gain life experience all the bitterness and hardships, understand the meaning of life, they will naturally become strong, resilient in the face of life's storms and flexible in dealing with people. Ask if there is any husband who does not like to have a wife who is gentle and firm like that. Investing in gaining life experience not only makes women more attractive but also makes them ideal partners. When they have a deep understanding of life, women not only face challenges confidently but also create a strong bond in the relationship. This is the factor that helps love last long and family happiness is always complete. Investing in yourself is never a waste. Especially in marriage, when women know how to take care of and upgrade themselves. You not only keep your husband's attraction but also build your own value that he always appreciates. Family happiness comes not only from love but also from the cleverness in the way you treat yourself. Remember, a confident woman who understands her own value and constantly improves will always be the strongest love charm that makes her husband never want to leave. Emma, a 33-year-old woman living in a beautiful small village, where everything seems to flow in a quiet rhythm. She had a pretty peaceful life until she met Daniel, the man who made her heart beat faster from the first time they met. They fell in love in college and quickly got married after graduating. In the early days of marriage, Emma always felt like she was living in a fairy tale, with Daniel always pampering her and doing everything to make her happy. But over time, things began to change inexplicably. Daniel became distant, less interested in Emma, and seemed to no longer pay attention to her like before. Emma thought she had done everything right. She was a perfect wife, taking care of the family, looking after her husband and children, and managing everything around the house. However, during the process of focusing on the family, Emma accidentally forgot about herself. The old clothes, messy hair, and wrinkled skin made Emma look much older than her age. Occasionally, she caught Daniel's indifferent eyes or the compliments he gave to other girls, which made her feel down. One day, Emma heard Daniel's conversation with a friend, which shocked her. Daniel sighed. "I don't understand why Emma has changed so much. Before, she was always beautiful and youthful. Now she's always busy but no longer attractive." These words were like a shock, making Emma look back at herself. She realized that she had lost something very important in her married life. Determined to change, Emma remembered the days before marriage, when she always took care of her appearance and felt confident in every step. She realized that beauty was not only to attract others but also a way to love herself. So, from that day on, Emma began to change her self-care habits. She spent a small amount of money each month on shopping and taking care of her appearance. She started by changing her hairstyle, buying a new dress and signing up for a yoga class at a center near her house. Every morning, She woke up early to exercise and spend time taking care of herself. When she looked at herself in the mirror, Emma felt confident again, like the girl who had captivated Daniel. Not only that, Emma also remembered her mother, who had always sacrificed for her family. She realized that she had not really spent time taking care of both sets of parents. So, Emma started calling her parents regularly, buying gifts and taking them for health checkups. Daniel, seeing this change, couldn't help but be moved and began to look at Emma with different eyes. He understood that a woman who loved her family would definitely love his family unconditionally. Emma's journey of change was not only about her appearance but also about her spirit. She decided to learn new skills, attend self-development courses, and read books every day. For the first time in many years, she felt like she was living for herself, not just for her family. One day, Daniel couldn't believe his eyes when he saw Emma confidently standing in front of a crowd, presenting a business plan that she had cherished for a long time. He looked at her with surprise and admiration. He realized that he had taken his wife for granted, and now he not only loved Emma but also cherished her more than ever. Their lives gradually changed in a completely new way. Emma is not only a wife but also a life partner, a true companion to Daniel in all challenges of life. Emma's tireless efforts not only bring happiness to herself but also revive the love that Daniel once had for her. Emma understands that, whether a woman is poor or rich, investing in herself is the most important thing. It is not only a love charm to keep her husband's heart but also a way to live a more meaningful life. Emma's story has become an inspiration for many women in the village, who previously thought that sacrificing everything for their family was enough to keep their happiness. They learned from Emma, began to change to love themselves and become the best version of themselves. If you find the video useful, please share it with more people, as well as subscribe to the channel. Like it, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thank you for your interest and follow. Hello and see you in the next video.